Últimamente nuestras charlas son comparecencias. Un pasito más para la indulgencia. Un abogado por si acaso, y si el juez está de paso termina dictaminando la sentencia. Salimos presuntos de inocencia. Pasito para atrás por si nos arrepentimos. Si nadie es culpable pues culpamos al destino con el pues nos fuimos. Pillo el ave, campo otra vez, tiro lino. Ya lo sabes, antes de ayer lo dijimos. Y si nos vamos, de nadie nos despedimos. Pilla el ave, había un coche al kilo limo. Y no lo saben, pero hace 5 dimos. Nena, por tu forma de hablar, intuyo que nuestras charlas son comparecencias. Un pasito más para la indulgencia. Un abogado por si acaso, y si el juez está de paso termina dictaminando la sentencia. Salimos presuntos de inocencia. Pasito para atrás por si nos arrepentimos. Si nadie es culpable pues culpamos al destino con el
party Hello and welcome back, friends, to Week 4 rematch between 3-5 and WRTB on Kursk. I'm joined by familiar voices Hump and Hans for what should be a great one. Boys, not a ton of seeding at stake here in this one, but it's still a big match going into the playoffs. Hans, why don't you start and give me some of your predictions for this one, knowing that 3-5 will be the Germans and WRTB the Allies.
Yeah, so today should be a fun match to watch. We know what point it's going to be. This is a rematch from a couple of weeks ago when there was basically a technical error. So both teams are being cool and doing this game again. I think that 3-5 is going to have some take advantage. We know that they have a pretty good armored core, I think that's what they call it. And I think this map is just perfect for them.
Yeah, I agree. Hump, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'll side with the boys here. I think it will probably come out a 3-5 win overall. They had a convincing win in the initial match. But with the additional week's preparation, I think what we can be assured of is we'll see one hell of a kinetic opener in midpoint battle, these three aligned points. It's going to be a cracker.
Yeah, and I think that that's one of the most interesting things where, this is a rare circumstance, the first in the Premier League, where we have a midpoint and a whole map point sequence that is known before we actually get into the map. So I'm going to bring over this map here, and you can kind of see what exactly this layout is going to be, and the additional prep that goes into actually knowing the points that you're going to be into is massive, and I think that is a true wild card here, and we see that the teams that prep the most sometimes usually have the most success. So this is a opportunity for both of these teams to really hone in on Yamki here.
Yeah, and since the other game that they've already seen this go down, both teams are gonna try to prep for what the other team did last time. So that'll be super interesting to see if there's any big counters that are different from the last game they played.
And it was streamed too, so there's tape out on this exact format, and I think both teams, especially these two D2 teams, great teams, are going to have taken full advantage of that and try to get a leg up. And it's just a matter of if we see one of these teams zig when they zagged earlier, and how that plays into it. But I'm certainly excited.
I think go ahead, Hump.
I'm just trying to game it out myself. If I'm 3-5, you probably just have to accept that you're at a disadvantage for the opener. So there's two schools of thought there. As you bomb it in, thinking and hoping that 3-5 might mess up somewhere and you can capitalise on it, or you don't. You hang back a little and you play for the recap. So I'd be really interested to see what approach they might take, going wide, going for windmills rather than putting all the bodies into Yamki, just because they won't get there first. Be really, really interesting to see how that opens.
It does look daunting, for any of our viewers out there looking at the map saying, oh man, Soviets have a really hard time getting to Yamki and really getting to any of these midpoints, save for maybe windmills. But I think the preparation that these teams do might shed a light. And yes, it is more difficult, but if we just go back to here, there are all these bridges that the Allies have access to that, sure, it's not exactly a straight line, but it does offer some optionality here. You have the map edge as well. You can go out of bounds when you get over to here, and using that out of bounds, slip back in, and you kind of are able to control the map edge easier than going, any other way. So those are the type of things that these teams are going to be doing. And, for anyone who's out there who's maybe not a competitive player or, on a team that's maybe not have access to a private server, these are the sorts of things that you're going to want to look out for and really help at the start of the game.
Yeah, a lot of open fields, and just 3-5 second point. I don't remember what that point's called, but if WRTB takes Yamki, it's gonna be absolute hell to try to go for 3-5 second point.
Yeah. This is a very interesting point layout with it's kind of being, well, this is not it. So let me bring that up again for everyone here. But it's just going to be a grinder. There's so much open ground that needs to be covered. If I pull up this, maybe.
Also, with the offsets on the same side, you can play kicks. You can still play quite condensed, which is fortunate.
This trench is massive for 3-5. They're able to get in there, and that's the only refuge really that WRTB will have coming into the main point. Otherwise, it's about using the hill to cover yourselves and probably a lot of smokes.
I think as well you have to use the sight lines, the draw distance maximum of 1,000 meters or plus in this map. You need to stop armor getting up there, so I would be expecting to see utilization of a lot of AT guns. So I'd like to see both teams doing that from far off distances.
So in the past, typically whoever controls the windmills typically can hold this point like the whole game. So there's going to be two battles: battle for Yamki and the battle for windmills.
I think windmills is even critical to capture the next point on as well. Whether it be 3-5 or WRTBs, you need windmills as the jumping off point to attack either end, north or south. So I totally agree.
Yeah, if WRTB is able to get to windmills first and set up pack guns, it is going to have a big impact on 3-5's armor. So if I was WRTB, that's what I would focus on.
It's a big.
If you can,
sorry, go ahead, Hom.
If you can nullify the armor and do it in them ways that we just described by like using AT guns or etc., then the Soviets, I feel like, do still have an advantage in the weaponry. PPSH, SVT, all great guns. So like if you get in trench battles with their weapons, you can turn the tides a bit, I guess. That's the optimist in me.
I do love the Soviet AT class, the Lend-Lease one. It's fantastic. I think it's one of the better ones in the game, and it plays well to the maps that the Soviets are on. I mean, you could debate whether Kursk is really a great PPSH map, but it's all about the situations you put yourself in. And I think if you're playing at this level that, both these teams are, these players are putting themselves in the situations that give themselves an optimal chance of success, and then obviously rolling the dice when, a play needs to be made. Calculated risk is really what Hell Let Loose boils down to at this level.
Yeah, this point's about as even as it's going to get for this map, though.
I do love.
I'm glad at this point.
I do love Kursk Day too, because like you guys were talking about with Yamki with AT guns, like it kind of encourages. I wouldn't say it doesn't force, but it definitely encourages using the full arsenal of what the game has at its offering to its players. So things get magnified on a map like Kursk. I feel like the logistical sort of thing. So spawn points matter even more because there's really not a lot of covered places to get that done. AT guns matter more, so much more ground to cover. Repair stations, tanks matter more, so you got to keep those tanks up. And seeing how these teams adapt to this map and the factions that they're dealt is definitely part of what makes it interesting to me.
Yeah,
surprised the teams didn't opt for Kursk Night. They drew this.
That's a fun one. I've Hans and I have played that one a few times, and as long as you get windmills, you can see a little bit. Other than that, you can't see much of anything. It's just a smoke fest or fog fest.
Yeah, that becomes an infantry map at that point.
I think WRTB would probably want that, and 3-5 would be like, absolutely not.
Right. Yeah, if you
3-5's the best. Their best part of 3-5 is their tanks.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, they have their DMT championship, one of two, I think. If 3-5 wins tonight, they will win the championship because they came from the winners bracket, and I believe Legion will have to win twice in a row to claim the championship from the losers bracket. So, if you needed more evidence that 3-5 is an armor heavy team and a very skilled one at that, look no further. think DonGotti's streaming that tonight, actually. So his link is in the description. So if you want to check out that with some DMT tank-only action later tonight, should be a good one.
Should be some good motivation for 3-5 to take away a W tonight. Although it's a replay, they've done it before, but having an unblemished record in Div 2 is such a strong showing from them.
Right. So why don't you talk a little bit about that, Hump? About the standings this season. I'll pull it up and keep in mind these standings reflect the win by 3-5, that this match is essentially being replayed. So, you could kind of scratch one win from 3-5's record and one loss from WRTB's record when you look at this.
Yeah, okay. So, 3-5 obviously with a 4-0. They will progress through in a more advantageous position into the second phase of the Premier League. This puts 3-5 in the promotion position for the regular season, and pending no reorganisation of the leagues, it would look like 3-5s will progress into Div 1 for next season. That's kind of the way that the league setup works at the moment. But the second phase that we go into now is a kind of cup position, and they play through a bracket system now to take a cup section, so to speak. And I think they'll be due to play, if I pull it up and find it on my screen, winner of WRTB in 9 May. So we have to wait and see next week.
So we might have, what you're saying is we might have another rematch in a week, in our 2 weeks time.
Potentially. I'm not sure who's won in the previous head-to-head for WRTB 9 May, so that will also be a very good game.
I would imagine WRTB, because of 9 May is 0-4, so I would assume that.
I should have looked.
But yeah, it's shaping up to be an interesting D2 playoffs. The interesting thing about this game, and I touched upon it very early on, is that this doesn't necessarily carry any seeding implications. So if 3-5 were to lose this and end up being 3-1, they have the tiebreaker over Rofs from the earlier win against Rofs this season. And then similarly, if WRTB were to lose, they obviously would still be 1-3. And as you can see, with LEP being 2-2, having won against WRTB, the seedings will remain the same. So this is a great opportunity for these teams just to kind of feel each other out. Like Hump said, we might have a rematch in a couple weeks. So, it's at the end of the day, we all play the game because we love it. And regardless of what we might say in the heat of the moment when you're falling through the map occasionally. But, we do love this game. And I think it's great to see both of these teams being so agreeable to the rematch, even considering the fact that realistically there's no implications to a win or a loss.
Right. So I just looked at the Division 2 logs, and I noticed that this will be 3-5's third game on Kursk Day in the season.
Oh goodness, are we going? And remember, it was never going to be a countdown because the points were known. So this might be a go here. Thought we were.
They have to double flip, don't they?
No, they. Nope, this is it. This is gonna be it. So, I would say let's see what the points are gonna be, but I think we know. So we're gonna be on WRTB's side, and I'm gonna be joining Fool in the Artie squad. So we'll see some pings maybe if I continue to if he doesn't kick me from the squad, but we'll see where those Artie's shells are coming in, and let's kick this one off. Boy, first time we're seeing predetermined points on a map in these in the Premier League, so excited for that. It looks like the score bug is being strange, so let's see if this sorts itself out. If it doesn't update, I'll have to switch to manual, but that is fine. Yep, there we go. Nice.
Yeah, didn't really get to see who was on which team.
Yeah,
this
we'll
game.
we'll have plenty of time to get familiar with the players as this one goes on, and I'm expecting a full 90 match, just because again the prep that goes into this, there's a lot of things that you can prepare for when you know the points, rather than having to cast the wider net of like, all right, let's just plan our openers, which obviously everyone is typically doing. So we see Ace as the commander for WRTB is going to take the supply truck. We see this truck doing what I think we were talking about earlier, where kind of like going around here, taking map edge, and 2 trucks being spawned on the west side of the map. So Hans looking to probably get early control of windmill, to your earlier point.
Yeah, they need to.
And let's check out the 3-5 side. So they have truck running in the middle. On the map edge, we see the Puma, supply truck, and transport. And then here on the road, we have another supply truck and a Lux. And then looks like they just got 1 truck going towards the windmill. So WRTB might win the manpower fight over there, but I'm sure 3-5 looking to take more advantage of their easier route into Yamki itself. Snipes. We thinking snipes, boys?
Hoping for, given the restricted routes, I'd be aiming for one of them known crossing points on the Soviet side.
I think the Axis maybe using that Puma on the edge to shoot over.
Ooh.
Because the Axis should be about 3 to 4 seconds faster.
Let's see what we can. If we see any rockets going up overhead, we will follow them.
Yeah, just watch that hill.
Yeah.
If they sit that Puma, they're gonna be able to hit them as soon as they come over.
Yeah, you see that's far on the top side of your screen.
Yep, I see it.
All's quiet right now. Three 5, as we expect, getting into the point first. Nice full truckload. Smooth driving over here. We got map control on the east side by this truck. Really well done. WRTB a little slow, but still.
Something's happened here. They're running.
Yeah.
Did we see a truck go down? Doesn't look like there's any like unoccupied trucks,
Okay, maybe purposely taking their time for the recap, just trying to get in position, hold the trench.
It is.
They probably know that it's slower for them.
Yeah, there is definitely an aspect of playing for the recap. You don't want to jump in there, place your OP, have it wiped out, and then by the time you're able to get back in, you're spawning from the garrison. So, but this is huge here. I just want to McMillan right here. What a play! What a play by McMillan.
This is a strong start for 3-5. What do we got going on at the windmills? I'm guessing that's where most of.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do have
So they have
WRTB.
5 presidents there. No SLs though.
Yeah.
Great line from 3-5 in all the areas they need to occupy at this point in time.
Yeah, they really took advantage of their WRTB's slower start.
Yeah, we're seeing Ozone squad here. If they're able to kind of create this crossfire, as we see, what was that? That was the Puma.
Yeah.
Ozone, if he can just get in here with his squad and hold, that would be huge.
Was that the T70 or the T34?
Oh,
yeah,
medium's down.
Yeah.
Yeah, jeez.
That's not good.
That was a big play.
Where do we see the P4s? Right over here. Really good play by the P4, yeah. First Katushka strike coming in for WRTB.
Yeah, and as commander, I've got experience using the Katusha. Its 5-minute cooldown is quite advantageous. It's very good at area denial and should be used all the time. Every time it comes off cooldown, just use it.
Yeah, we see the, with the one-man arty, there's less of a focus on having to reserve munitions for 3 artillery guns. The Katushka strike and its fast cooldown becomes very, very valuable.
So I think one of the things this season we've seen with the restriction on nodes is the commander ability usage increasing. Resources definitely been more available throughout the game. It's just the latter stages you need to manage them a bit better. We've seen far more aggressive airheads and far more aggressive bomb runs this season with the increase in resources. It's been good to see.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of airheads like in the first 10 minutes of the game.
Look at this.
It's a good strat. In fact, WRTB should probably be looking to use some early airheads to possibly force back the 3-5 line as soon as possible.
This is crazy.
Holy
Egbert
cow.
just runs through lines. The WRTB all just, taking it slow. Gets 1 OP.
Stick your head up.
Man.
Bala. Oh, he's so close to getting another OP too. I don't think he sees it.
In the same bush.
Oh my gosh. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That bush was occupied.
Yeah, WRTV really hasn't gotten to that trench yet, like in any holding capacity.
Yeah, and I actually saw.
They're in a hard spot.
I actually saw it. 3-5 has a MG that was up by windmills, and he was doing a really good job of shooting this crossfire into this field that WRTB is using here, and that's enabling the likes of Ozone and Gembles to kind of hold the trench for 3-5, that like advanced defense line. I'd love to see them get some more barbed wire up here that close these couple gaps and make it just that much more punishing.
Yeah, it's a really hard spot to push as WRTB.
Seeing some Molotov cocktails going in. Steve pushing
There they
hard.
go.
McMillan. STG, man. It's too powerful.
Oh
McMillan.
my gosh.
STG plus Bush equals triple kill. And then we have these guys more on the map edge here, just trying to get a glimpse of each little battle that's occurring here. Kavito's OP and his squad trying to push some ground, but Bergs, Ledford, Muhammad, and Lucky, Murphy holding down the map edge as well. Oh, and Biomed, wow. There's really a ton of map control you're seeing by 3-5 here. You can see just how tough of a position Kavito's squad is in with that OP.
Yeah, they're getting wrapped pretty good right now.
Not a lot of safe place to be. I think I Am Austin is smartly backing up his OP a little bit, ensuring that the manpower can still flow. Because Ozone and Murphy are completely pinching Kavito's OP right now. It's getting pushed from 3 different ways. I think Bergs will probably get the OP, or Bats, who's just slithering
Poor
it.
guy's doing. Oh no.
Knife.
Got a shovel.
Do
Oh,
it.
and he lays down.
Yes! Yes!
What in the world.
Come on.
And the OP gets saved by Austin. That's a clip.
What just happened?
That was something else.
What just happened?
He's got his knife out.
He crawled around, jumped to the trench, laid down, and knifed the guy. It worked.
Hey, if it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid. I think he probably clenched down on his controller and pulled out his...
Knife out.
Yeah, I've definitely done that before.
Yeah.
Guilty, 100%. Gembles and Egbert able to kill Garrison Junkie out of the trench, and you're seeing now Black May is able to control it from that side. And kind of looks like Egbert and McMillan are doing a good job of staving this off, but WRTB, tons of manpower, and it really only takes a couple guys to get up to that trench to clear it out and help their team. But 3-5 starting.
That was the windmill
Yeah.
looking.
Let's check that one out. Windmill is decidedly 3-5 control.
Yeah.
This is going to be
Rough.
extremely hard, and this is just a recon squad too. That SVT sniper is insanely good, but it's quite a bit of manpower needing to be taken out.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time seeing where WRTB is pushing like their main.
I think their main
main
force
map
is
power.
here. Let's take a look at the map really quick. Actually, sorry we have not done
Got a
that.
light tank. One heavy.
Heavy's coming
Their
up.
OP spread's not bad.
No, it's they're definitely dedicating most of it to this meat grind here, which you totally need to do. You cannot let 3-5 get to this trench here on you. That would be a disaster. So I like how they're playing. It sucks to spawn in this field here, like there's no doubt about it, but there's no other option really unless you're going to concede a ton of ground. So having to play from a 2-3 requires a little bit of different style, and I think WRTB is doing that well.
I think they're trying to use the tools at their disposal. It seems just off on the right hand side there's some smoke arty rounds coming down now. Hopefully that could maybe aid a small push up to the line.
I mean, WRTB is still in a
Airhead.
good spot.
It's going down.
We do see an airhead, and this is from WRTB, aided by a Katyusha strike. So you can see you're seeing the pace that those are able to come down with. Let's get a closer look here.
Yes,
Bergs and
Katyusha
Ruchu.
not very effective to cover it though. Well, let's see.
3 SLs on top of it. That's probably gonna work out.
Oh,
RNG.
Oh, I had it.
RNG gods were not kind, unfortunately. But what I was saying earlier is that WRTB is still in a good spot. If they can get this tank up here, they're in business still. I mean, it's a tank map at the end of the day. So let's see what 3-5 has for armor.
So the thing is though, you can't just roll tanks out of HQ. You have to have AT guns guest covering them
Yeah.
to get them in position to gain that ground.
Yeah, we're seeing a Tiger here for 3-5 on the map edge.
Yeah,
I was just about to
tight on
ask.
that hill.
Do you think that 3-5 is going to push its Tigers up that hill at all, or they're just going to stack as many as they can?
I think once you see a stack, if they stack numbers, if they stack 2 or 3 Tigers on the one side, they can push. Yeah, then that can be a real force.
I would just be interested to see if 3-5 does it or not, because they're in a very safe spot with that hill to their advantage.
Yeah, the
I think if their infantry bubbles up and, is able to control that trench that we see Bala 11 in, then I don't think there's any reason why the tank shouldn't push up to the crest of the hill and,
Sure.
really be able to shoot into the Soviet HQ if they wanted to. I mean, there's some areas where it's just GG's if you're in a certain spot, like you can't use that HQ anymore. And that lesson comes at the price of
especially-
600 fuel typically.
Especially with 3-5 owning windmills right now.
Exactly.
Like, I'm sure we're not seeing it, but I'm sure the armor is just getting punished.
also with manpower and that trench that we just seen Murphy in, that trench leads all the way
Yeah,
into the
you just saw that.
That trench network is connected to the point of defense in depth.
So here's the first IS for WRTB. So this will be really, really important, a tone setter for the game. This first
I
heavy
don't think
engagement.
any comms on that would have came up yet. It's,
No, I don't think so
under the
either.
hill.
It doesn't look like 3-5 really has anything, reconnaissance in the back. But I think over here, as it crests here, you'll definitely see that. Speaking of AT guns,
That was a Tiger, I think.
no, there's an AT gun right here in front of the.
Oh.
Oh, and look at this. The IS is looking for that Tiger. You can see his gun pointed towards the map edge. X-Ray and Steve really need to make sure that... Oh, and the first hit goes to the
Come on.
IS. Ricochet.
Rick, yes.
IS supremacy.
Tiger just dipped.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
This is like the ideal sort of angle that he wants to take right here. It's almost invincible at this angle from the Tiger.
Yeah, there's no need to move here.
Yeah. If he moves up again and then just like angles a little bit towards his right with his hull, invincible.
Get 2 rep stations on the bottom side of that
Right.
hill, just where that bush is. They'll be within range.
Yeah, but WRTB needs to take care of this infantry. Murphy, Bergs, Bats, and Muhammad over here. It's the only thing that really is going to give this tank fits, or at least make them uncomfortable.
First precision strike should be coming off in 2 minutes as well. I wonder if 3-5 might opt to use that quickly.
That's one of my favorite things about Admin Cam is seeing the utilization of P strikes, and I used to think that they were useless, but a couple times this season we've seen them be very, very clutch.
I don't know if I'm maybe misinformed, but I'm very sure the reason you see them not get 100% hit rate is because there's a glitch with direct contact from the precision strike itself. I believe if it makes contact with the turret, it doesn't register as a hit.
We've definitely seen our fair share of those as well. I just think, you still got to roll that dice in terms of, especially when you just do. You figure that the munitions again are not as big of a deal with the extra resources, no nodes getting down, and only one arty gun firing. Before it was like, well, how good is your arty doing? Do we want to use?
We're starting to see wrap map edge.
Yeah.
For WRTB, they're making some good ground if they can hold that corner.
Yeah, let's see here. I think we might see a.
Oh. Nice. Yeah, you're not going to make progress on this map if you don't have the edges. So they need to be
Apache.
patient.
Looks like he's in a AT gun.
Did they get the satchel off?
I think it spooked them just before.
Yeah, man.
It did.
It's like a good and a bad thing.
Yeah. Apache with the AT gun. Fortunately, he was by himself, or else he might have gotten that one.
I think the satchel probably would have got her too. And they've got dudes right behind.
Yeah.
So if he gets an OP, like that's enough to scare 3-5 a little bit.
Cole is
right
gonna probably take. Yeah, Cole got the OP that's behind these tanks, and we see the OP just in this bush over here.
Martin subside SL presence on the back line as well. Perfect for WRTB to put some pressure on.
Yeah.
What's your advice to Martin? Stay quiet.
You need an AT guy off that OP to just deal
with.
with.
Get stuck.
You got it. Oh no. Girth
No.
is definitely going to be able to sniff that one out. Anyone going to spawn at the OP? Apache?
Oof.
Let's see a rocket.
He's definitely has a rocket.
Come on, he's got a rocket. Oh.
And Murphy's going to sniff that out 100%.
Teamwork 3-5. Good defense on the tank. Keep it covered.
Yeah, we'll see Murphy get that, but we also see that tank taking a shot, I think, from... Oh, Kanker. Murphy.
They got it.
I like to see utilisation of the Luxes, especially early in the game. I don't know if that's a default that's still being used or if they've brought that up for that predefined position, but it's a very, very good tool to use on an open map like this.
What was this? Was this the IS that went down here?
Yep.
Oh
dear.
no.
Unlucky.
It's an infantry, I believe, as well. I think it was Satchel. That is...
Yeah, infantry cover wiped from the presence of the IS, left isolated and picked off.
Yeah, and look at that. Like, you can see how important that tank was going to be to the continued advance of WRTB. Just a moment ago, Hans was totally right in being like, oh, almost a breakthrough on the east side. You lose that tank, and now it's tough.
Yeah, they've reset 200 meters easy, and that line has now moved up to the next defensive line.
Yeah.
And both of these trenches lead into the hard point as well. So once 3-5 are in, it's like getting rats out.
Yeah, they're going to start
3-5 did really well right there. They backed their tanks up, they took out the OP behind, and then they pushed forward and gained ground. Like, that was good.
And you're
Well
seeing
played.
WRTB almost like completely back to what is this? What's this point? I forget the name of it.
I don't know any of the second points names.
But yeah, just still really good
Tons of
control.
them. In terms of dedicating manpower, obviously both teams are trying to use the full width of the map. Are you dedicating more onto the wings, or are you equally distributing them?
I think you gotta
For-
go strong in the middle here still, you know, and I think that it's also about reacting. Like right now, I don't know if I would have that many people over there. I think right now your more critical part is securing the map edge here, because that's kind of where 3-5 is kind of tested down the line and determined this is where we can go. And you can see now they're up into that trench line that you were talking about. And let's join this little micro battle here with Bergs and McMillan, because this is a very critical battle that we're seeing right here in front of us.
Yeah, like the most fun battles of this map, fighting at least.
Yeah.
Left peak kingdom.
Oh. Who can crouch left peak best? Now that's just not sporting, Bergs. The man is dead.
STG versus PPSH.
I wonder if he knows he's shooting smoke. You know?
I've done that many a time.
I just don't see the reason to smoke that.
I think Bergs is just waiting for some more. Oh, what a rocket comes in.
Fuck you too.
Yeah, you're seeing that. See the OP situation right now. In this trench, it's 2 OPs for WRTB, so Bergs can really hurt.
Well, one guy. Look how many.
Let's go alone.
One guy
Go on,
is
Bergs.
holding
Leading from the
down.
front.
You see the OP come into view, taking out the AP mine. He's better than me. Kills Ronin for the 3rd time this life. And gets the OP.
Dang.
Big. Austin realizing I've lost my OP. Gonna start to get reset here. Bergs staying cautious of those AP mines.
He's got to be in a squad himself. There's no way he can hear all of this with a squad there.
Oh no, he's
the audio
reloading.
cues. Go, push him.
Oh, Bergs!
Oh.
Ronin gets his revenge and saves the OP.
Lost his left peak.
Left peak too
Good
powerful.
Yeah, one guy was holding off like 6 of them.
The dance.
Dude,
I love admin cam. This is hilarious. Oh.
I'm always so self-conscious of my footsteps when I'm in these trenches here too, because to me it's the loudest thing. My own footsteps are the loudest thing in the world. Seeing Bergs now has he's like, I need people in my squad.
Yeah, this
Comes-
is PPSH versus STG, 2 assault players. Let's see who comes out trumps here. Oh, MG fought. 2 leading the way.
Jembles takes out Ronin.
Alright, we're about 30 minutes in. What do you guys think WRTB should do to kind of get out of this bottleneck?
They have to clear this trench first and foremost. A subjective one for me.
If they
I'm
lose,
not sure why they're turtling up on this dead end.
yeah, they have 2 OPs in here and a garrison right next to each other. So like, very Artie is dangerous in that situation. You're gonna see that OP go down by Jembles there. So now we're even more bottleneck. Now anyone from WRTB is basically going to be coming over the top of this trench or through the trench into the teeth of Muhammad over there with the SGG, which is not a situation that you want to be in.
Right.
We'll see if Jembles is able to make this push here, because this could be massive. Oh no, he says he's Maybe going to get some reinforcements before pushing that one. K9 can really help as well if he's able to. You know, a little bit of a crisis averted there.
Yeah, no, they cleared that out pretty well. But I mean, their hard cap is starting to get pushed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's
looks
take
like
a look over here.
they're
now.
on. I think that's a strong point here, isn't it?
Yeah, very nearly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the edge of that trench.
3-on-3, very important. Trade to start. Wicked gets a hit marker. Wicked is pounding his fist into his monitor right now. That feels so bad that he got like 2 hit markers there. See if Fubar is able to get a satchel down here before he is killed. Oh my goodness, Fubar, you beast. Goes down to Garrison now. That's a good couple of barbed wires too there. I like that. This push is still going strong here though. Let's see the map edge here again. It looks like this is going better for WRTB than it was earlier. So that is very good to see.
I'm surprised there's not a tank here. I kind of expected to see a Tiger up here. Oh, something just got blown up.
Might have just been a...
Rep station.
Yeah, 3-5 getting a little bit more control back now. In the middle, it's kind of getting a little bit more messy with WRTB pushing further up the middle, but 3-5 beginning to overload the side here with Bergs and Ozone like we were looking at earlier. This battle is still kind of exactly where we left it, essentially, with both teams just trading back and forth, it would seem.
It needs some MGs up from either side. Does WRTB have any tanks that are sitting in the spawn, or?
Let's see. We have a half track and a garrison on defense and depth, but I don't see any tanks on the field.
Gotcha. So everybody's running infantry right now.
It would seem so. So that's gonna present. I wonder when 3-5 decides, hey, you know, let's get a little bit more up there with our infantry. You can see all the rep stations that have been built, like kind of like like oases in the desert every so often. So, you know, they're definitely in a good spot where they could move up, and I think we're seeing that now.
Yeah. They got enough distance between them and the enemy. I think once WRTB get a foothold within that first trench, that's when you want the armor up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, look at this. Like, I mean, just if you're a tank and you pull up in here, this has just got to feel amazing. Like,
That's
Yeah.
point. The boys have put in work here on the prep. I applaud it.
really good work. I'm sure Oh Boy is standing in the middle of his own creation, so great job, Stroya. I'm sure he's very appreciative. Let's see the little vantage point that Stroya has here.
This is a good one, you know, it's just almost as good as windmills. Where 3-5 are playing the tanks off on the east side as well is such a strong point. It doesn't show it on the map as anything of significance, but once you're over there, it's a really good natural position for tanks.
Yeah, I really like what 3-5 is doing here. We got another
MGs.
wall. Yeah, another 2 MGs up on this wall here. I mean, that just makes it a nightmare for 3-5.
Well, that guy's crawling up. Let's see what happens here.
Egbert sniffs him out.
Oh, I shouldn't have said anything.
Oh.
Oh.
That's pretty
Ground,
big.
HE.
Satchel. Yeah, satchel.
Kills the husk. Wow, these guys are just Fubar. I think just absolutely destroyed the spawn wave here. Snow P, yeah.
I wonder if it'd be worth it for WRTB to just hold the tank at spawn, just go solo and start helping with the infantry, because you can see that hill.
Fubar, oh my goodness, what a play. And gets the OP. Really big. Gonna pretty much open up this trench. If we look on the map, yeah, that's pretty much opens up this whole side of the trench, just leaving this area that we were looking at earlier. Oh, goodness. The Tiger just took out that garrison, I believe.
Just had a quick look at the scoreboard. It looks like McMillan, Fubar, and all them guys out here on the east side. This is where most of the action is taking place. All in the top 5 gembles.
Yeah, those are a lot of names that we were looking at earlier. Look at Fubar. I mean, it seemed like you hate to be a blue dot coming against Fubar's red dot, because right now he is...
Oh, toe popper.
Commentators curse.
Jeez.
I was about to say, like, I think they were mining that earlier.
AP mines are the great equalizer. And you know he's...
Yeah, there you go.
He's upset, but he's probably just buzzing over that life he just had. What a life by Fubar. Gained a ton of ground. Oh my god, more mines.
It's safer for 3-5 to run on the top right now.
Yeah.
Oh, tank just got hit somewhere.
I don't see any.
There's a light in the back, right? Is that a light?
The recon.
I can't tell.
There's a recon tank coming out.
They've got one pat gun way out there in the back.
But look, it looks like Muhammad did end up making it on his crawl. The garrison's back up for WRTB. We see that on the right side.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, man.
I feel like he's just enough away not to give away any red.
Satchel.
He hears it.
Oh, I would just put it down. Oh my gosh, I'm stressed out. Put down the satchel!
Oh, it was...
Oh.
The tank got it. Again.
Yeah.
Wow. That tank, you know, again, proving exactly what Hump was saying earlier, getting up here, and it's just really able to dominate this trench line ahead of his infantry. And if Ozone is speaking and Bergs is speaking in command chat to him, you know, they're working together really well.
Who's in the tank?
Let's see.
It's at War Daddy there, top of the leaderboard, so.
Girth, Twisted, and Baggins.
Okay.
A lot of people stacked up.
Oh my god, you can see just the grenades and the mines. It's crazy. McMillan is having himself a game with that STG.
Yeah, there's a lot of STGs out there right now.
Yeah, there's Gembles with one. Black May, great player. He's been, you know, a veteran of comp scene. Places his OP, gonna be the kind of the first line of defense at this point in the point, and he does.
There you go.
Using that
PPSH
PPSH,
action.
yeah, to great effect. take a look at the map really quick, and looks like there's just a few outposts that are holding in certain areas for WRTB that are critical, but that sort of net is being tightened as 3-5 pulls up on into each subsequent trench.
Easier said than done, but they have to push the trench from the opposite side that are still connected.
There's a tank
Yeah.
watching that side,
Look
though.
at this.
Oh, he's got hit?
Yeah, he has 2 rep stations, though, so this is going to be... Oh, it's like
If
from the
if it's
HQ.
a bad day,
Oh, he
may just beat the reload. No, it wasn't.
Oh, he got taken out by somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah, but you see the tiger here.
Double explosion, yeah.
You see the tiger here.
Yeah.
You see a tiger here in the middle. And you see
Yeah, this is,
a tiger here on the other flank. So,
yeah, this
It's
is
a
good
good
timing for
position
him.
to be in
Yes.
for 3-5.
yeah. But the
Although they
infantry,
lost-
look at this. Like, the front
Yeah,
got
they've
soft
lost ground
on
in the
them.
middle.
And WRTV kind of smelling blood in the water. And if Black May and, you know, some more SLs can get themselves into the point here, make it flicker.
That's big. That's big. There is not a lot of weight front door.
Right.
But we see this
Aggressive.
time and time again for front door ends up
Yeah.
just being open. Look at
Also,
this.
a reset of sorts here.
Yeah, if
What
they-
the intel will be.
That is the best case scenario for WRTB, is to get a soft reset out of 3-5 here. It'll force their tanks to go back to their earlier positions, which is really the most threat that they have.
He needs to get off that road now. He's so straight
Yeah.
at that line.
Also look out for mines. Oh, more the tiger. Oh.
Oh,
Did they
that's
get any
brutal.
OPs in the lighting trench?
No,
No.
just at
He was
that
waiting
further
for the
trench.
perfect spot. He was doing what everyone does and goes, just a couple more meters.
I'm certainly guilty of that too. And we're now seeing all 3 tanks for 3-5 working together very, very nicely.
Do you know, like, what we almost witnessed there with that small breakthrough through the mid is what teams will spend hours scratching their head over happened in a certain instant. It just shows you how quickly things change when you lapse in a small area. Although it didn't come through. I would be generous there.
And that's what the you know, the other side of the coin to like OP hopping is you know, people going outside of an area that needs at least some people in it, and you know, thinking, oh, there's a breakthrough here. Now all of a sudden you have a couple OPs that are loaded up, and your front door OPs that wasn't a problem a minute ago is suddenly a problem, and no one's manning it.
Yeah. The human factor, as I call it, is people get bored.
Holy
So if you're
crap.
angry, it's critical for too long.
Fubar can't catch a
No
break
buffer.
with these mines.
Oh, well,
It's the only thing that can stop him. Oh,
I bet you
man.
Reaper gets one too.
You think?
Uh,
Place your bets, viewers.
I guess not. I guess not. 2 went off when Fubar hit.
Oh, okay. Maybe too close to each other.
Yeah.
Oh! Is Reaper gonna live?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
wow.
I was sure he was gonna die. Maybe this trench.
Let's see if this trench is,
Sorry, Reaper.
yeah. I'm not saying I want to see it, but it would be funny.
Well, let's just talk about how far he's gone.
Yeah. Aww.
Oh.
See, that's usually what happens to me. I become conscious of the AP mines, and then I'm really looking for him, and then I just get killed by a guy that I wasn't expecting to see.
3-5 has full control of that trench now.
Yeah.
Full control. We're talking like 3 minutes tops from when Black May was in their point.
Things change very, very quickly in this game. And that's what
Yeah.
makes, you know, even in 3-5's position, if Black May were to have gotten a flicker on the point, they wouldn't be wrong to, you know, maybe commit more people than they really need to back.
Oh, absolutely.
But they know how quick the game changes too. So that's what makes these 3-2 scenarios something that the game is really never out of your hand. Oh, wow. Was that an 8 artillery?
Yeah.
know.
What's the resources looking like right now for WRTB?
Looking pretty low in fuel, in
Even
everything
50
really.
for fuel.
Hey, we
Yeah.
got a light tank sneaking around. How did he get back?
What?
I don't know how he got back there.
You know where he is. Oh,
Huh.
there. What are you doing, buddy?
He's going back to take out Artie.
Enough.
We'll take the 15 deaths.
It's personal. Let's check in with Fubar again. He's just having himself an insane game.
Besides all the mines.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Yep.
this MG is in a really, really good spot too. It's really, really hard to kill this guy in those wood piles. MG on MG. And look at this. Tiger is coming in and being, walked up by infantry. This is a dangerous moment for WRTB. I don't see any AT guns built up here in the back lines that would be able to help here, so... Bombing run also coming in.
Yeah, timing that in with an armor advance.
Yeah.
This is it. This is there.
This is the play right now for 3-5. Rolling the tank in. Egbert, War Daddy, Fat Hog takes out Mox, L-Zone, and the OP. Egbert on just the other side here.
Fubar into the rear defense line.
Yeah,
That's like
this is dangerous here, especially with the garrison sharing the same trench.
Oh, this is for sure mined.
Yeah, I would imagine Fubar is pretty aware.
Oh, this could be good. This could be good.
Left lean. Oh!
You didn't get any ammo?
Gengar got him. Big kill. Gengar
Dude,
doesn't
if you got
realize
past
it.
him,
Yeah.
it would have been free reign for 100 meters.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume 3-5 probably have quite a lot of manpower. I'd maybe be expecting to see an airhead into that trench line because I believe that shares the strong point.
I haven't really seen 3-5 use a ton of airheads like in their gameplay though.
Just in front of that tank would be fucking perfect.
Yeah.
I'm forgetful. What is the Russian? What's the better PPSH? Is it drum or stick mag? One of them has less recoil.
I prefer stick.
Stick has less.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh. Yeah. It flashed there.
Yep, and cap progress begins for 3-5 for the first time on the 4th point, aided by their Tiger. I don't think this is like super severe cap pressure. WRTB still has that garrison, and we're seeing that garrison getting defense on. What they really need to worry about is infantry at this point, because they're defending from the trench, but if infantry starts to squeeze, then they're just going to be in a bottle.
Yeah, tank is now creating buffer for infantry, so that is now the line. They won't push them back from that.
And it's hard to splash these trenches for this Tiger, so it's really going to come down to infantry here in these trenches and just winning gun battles. Now the gun battle should be easier to win because the tank is being a presence, but able to get one. You're seeing all these guys pulled up here.
Artie dialing into that choke point now.
Yeah, we heard that recon plan just a second ago.
Trench is still has its garrison up in it. Ooh, big HE. As long as this garrison remains, WRTB is still in a position where they can defend the point. So,
WRTB looks like they're sending people outside of Yamki right now from Windmill.
yeah,
They've got squad leads.
they did win a breakthrough at Windmills, but it's a race at this point.
It's at a cost.
That is brave.
Yeah, because what you're seeing now
how
is
many
that
squad leads are up there?
They haven't used
4.
reinforced.
4.
They have some degree of confidence here.
They have reinforced. Yeah, they do. They do. Yeah. How many people are on Yamki defending from the
Ooh.
windmill?
How many people are in Yamki defending? Let's just take a
3-5.
quick look over here. Got a recon squad.
Hey,
Skeleton crew.
if
That's still a couple of minutes to get from there down.
if
though.
WRTB can hold windmills and get a couple pack guns up, we might see something interesting here. Because they're holding without all those guys that are windmills.
Any of them
and without a
squads in that
reinforce.
blue trench are screaming for the width teams to do something to alleviate this pressure.
I think though you might see these people might be coming back at this point.
I hope not.
Their
They're in
best
a good
chance
spot to
is
hit 'em.
that they don't, but obviously they don't know exactly what we know. For all they know, the
Sure.
point is just as well defended as it ever was. But yeah, agreed. Like if WRTB did know about that, they probably would say, all right, let's get more people over there, save the reinforce until we're outside of the other team's strong point, reinforce, get some manpower, and then cause some panic.
Well, at least take out some of these tigers.
Yep.
Because the tigers are in a spot that could get hit from the windmills, and WRTB own the windmills right now.
Is this one garrison keeping them up? Do you think they can't get HE into there?
I mean, it's inside of this thing, so
They'd be lucky.
it would be 1 in a million shot, kid. But yeah, I mean, like the spawn wave is happening. They're getting defense. That spawn wave slowly dies. They're starting to get captured. There's a spawn wave. They get defense. It's kind of like just we're in that cycle right now.
Yeah.
That spawn wave was not big enough to get the defense, though, so I wonder if they are going further back towards...
No, they got it.
Oh, very close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is an interesting one. Is there a pack gun up there yet? Take the back.
No pack gun.
The supplies are down.
Resources going up though.
Let's take a quick look over here. But yeah, look at this. That's
3-5 is shifted to it.
Yeah. And good on 3-5 for doing this while also maintaining the cap pressure. That just shows that they're allocating their resources really well. And obviously that ends just there because of the cap, the spawn. But
Sure.
other teams take more people than they need to, or less people than they need to, and it's about finding that balance. And I think 3-5 did just then.
Well, I mean, that was the biggest threat to 3-5 was windmills, and they pulled and put people over there accordingly. So, good job shifting manpower.
Yeah, you're seeing this other tiger on the other flank.
And not only are they had good static positions planned out in advance, they're moving them up as the tanks advance as well with that, albeit wrecked, but they're getting rep stations up behind them.
Right.
As they progress.
Yeah, look at Puff Puff Pass, though. He's on a mission from God. Thing, though, is the TC could probably easily see him if
Did you hear that blow up? They just lost a tank somewhere. The tank in the back lines just blew up.
For 3-5?
Somebody just lost a tank. That was a tank explosion.
I think that TC told him about puff pass. Unfortunately, he goes through the barbed wire, which means that now... oh, man. I love the patience, but that's so frustrating. And now, 3-5 cutting WRTB's midpoint in half. Tiger is diving.
He's out of ammo, I bet.
Yeah, look at this.
Just sat on top of it.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he got it. Nope, he didn't. Yeah, honestly, just lock it out.
Is it good?
He's gonna burn a lot of OPs right here.
Yeah.
Watch the OPs.
Locks out. Yep, there's one.
Yep.
He just...
Get the other tiger to splash.
Max. Oh, pistol! Pistols!
Oh, they're going for it. Oh my gosh.
These guys, go on, boys.
Yeah. Hey, good job.
That's worth a tiger.
Yeah, definitely.
good job.
Especially one that's out of
That
ammo. Oh!
was funny. That was funny.
Really good work. Yeah, that should be a cap. I mean, oh yeah, last OP goes down. We have one garrison, we have a couple garrisons that are within the soft cap. So, but hard cap is owned by 3-5 right now, and Larry. Not Larry anymore. Yeah, so looking really, really good for 3-5. Really well done with the tanks. Use that, what we assume to be out of ammo Tiger to the best possible ability there. Locking the Gary out and then even jumping out to take it out.
Take it out.
That's incredible, yeah.
They're like, enough of this garrison.
They were tired of farming that one.
Yeah. Yeah, that was funny.
So now
they're gonna rewatch that clip.
So now what I'm looking for is to see what happens with the OPs off of this this cap by 3-5 if we assume that 3-5 is gonna cap. So it'll be important to for the rest of the game in terms of where WRTB is able to reset up to. So let's see this. Oh, WRTB using that reinforce, getting a couple people in, but it is not enough in the end. We see OPs going back up, K, L, G, D. So good work by WRTB. Let's see if they're able to hold on to these positions.
That was really impressive and methodical from 3-5 there to push on to defence in depth. They took their time, moved slowly up the map. There wasn't any gun-hole plays there. They took the points they needed to and moved in.
Oh, that
missed
tiger.
That one.
Yeah, that tiger did end up going down. Do we see any tanks? But yeah, we have a tank for WRTB pulling out. So I wonder if 3-5 just kind of got caught by surprise. You know, they got into the anti-infantry mode and they forgot about IS that's coming up, and that's huge.
I mean, from our perspective, we didn't see a tank for a significant amount of time.
Yeah, we still have this tiger on the map edge. He is the lone tiger left.
He's been there a long time,
yeah.
too.
Is this guy crawling the whole... He must have crawled the whole way.
No way. Good catch. I thought that was the other team.
He's pissed, dude. Who's
in the tank? Who's in the tank?
Swan,
I would lose my nerve
Dirt.
and I would run at this point.
No, he's doing good. He's doing good. The TC is doing a scan, like, yep, nobody in the next 200 meters.
Oh, here he goes.
Oh.
Don't put it in the back. Don't put it in the back.
No!
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 What happened there?
He got team killed by a AT.
No!
Oh, I feel terrible.
Oh.
Dude, and the sad thing is
He would have had it.
Even if this dude's penning him, you're not going to kill him with anything other than a satchel, really.
Yeah, he declared house there with a satchel.
Oh, that would have been all their tires off the map that we know of.
Yeah, oh man.
Dang.
That is a bad beat.
I wish we didn't see that. I feel bad. Oh.
I'm glad I didn't know
him
how
after the
long it took him to get
Yeah.
there either.
Yeah, let's interview him after the game and ask him.
What was his name?
Caracho, I think.
Oh.
Man, that's a bad beat.
Yeah.
But if we look more towards the windmills, let's 3-5 is starting to kind of wrap around that little bulge that was created by WRTB, but WRTB putting pressure onto the point. Let's see if they're able to get a little bit of cap pressure started. Not really having to deal with any tanks right now on the point is
that
massive.
heavy still up? Is that heavy still helping? The pack gun, 2 pack guns, 3 pack guns,
4 pack guns.
Yeah, that tank's gone.
I don't see that tank. Yeah.
5 pack guns. Okay.
Oh,
well, they're
man.
pack gun heavy right now.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, you missed one.
Yeah. I'm sure these guys are trying to get the tank, but it's going to be nearly impossible with all those rep stations. And the final point,
I can never remember the math with that.
Well, pretty much I think 3 sources of healing of any kind makes you invincible to 1 source of damage, save a satchel.
Even though the pack gun can hit so much faster?
Yes, I think so.
I'd have
think
to
it's
ask
weaker.
Maho.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. It is weaker for sure.
But 2 pack guns, I think you can out kill or out damage the heals.
I'm not sure if you can see that tank from those pack gun spots.
Yeah, it might be a little bit too far up on that hill.
Yeah.
Big push into this trench here. Corleone. Big couple kills there. Eli and Corleone. Eli able to come away with that one. I think he spots out a mine too. Oh, big pack gun shot. I think that's Lao that we see over there. Let's see this front line here. Squad on squad gembles. Hump, do you have a score update? Who are top 5 killers, maybe?
Top fraggers.
Yeah.
2 seconds. We have top 5 Comet. Oh, he's already.
Yeah.
Disregard. War Daddy with FG40, FG42. He's 81 and 18.
Oh, he's the sniper.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got Fubar in 3rd, Stoyan 4th, and Ozone in 5th. All respective of above 2.0 KD.
Wow.
All 3-5.
Yeah, and let's see Fubar as who did you say was the FG sniper? War Daddy?
Gen War Daddy.
Yeah.
I believe he was up in windmills for a long time.
I see him at the top of our screen here now. Let's see what he's up to, because he's on the oh, well, he dies to a mine. So look at this though. Big bulge by WRTB into the offensive sector. They are really kind of setting up nicely on this northeastern
Very
side.
Consolidated.
Yeah.
Very consolidated.
That's going to increase their chances of winning these squad level engagements that, 3-5 has dominated to this point just because they've spread WRTB so thin. So I think this is going to be interesting, but Black May now into the trench line that leads into the point. Mox as well. It's a little bit of a maze over here, so depending on which way you want to go, you can get into the point pretty quickly.
Looks like a lot of 3-5 are just going around towards the other point.
Yeah, let's see what you're talking about here. You're seeing Bergs and both snipers over here.
They're condensing in. Never mind.
Yeah, it looks like just Murphy's squad is there to kind of put some pressure on and keep him honest.
You could sit Tigers in them positions up on the east side that we've seen initially as beyond visual range for that last point, just to assist the push into Grushki.
I'm seeing War Daddy just use that FG sniper to its fullest effect, and man, that is the best gun in the game. It is crazy good.
Although the Soviets have the SBT scoped, which is pretty good as well.
It's a weird thing to say because I don't know how I'd like quantify it, but something about the handling of the FG sniper just feels a lot quicker. Like you can be a lot more aggressive with it. Maybe that's just like the follow-up ability of it because it can shoot pretty much as fast as you can pull the trigger. With the SVT, there's recoil, a little. Isn't it? Yeah, it's a little bit of that too. But I mean, it's not like the SVT has some sort of monster amount of recoil. It just feels like you can shoot it faster. The FG.
Conversely to its purpose, I feel like it would be amazing within the trenches.
Yeah. I think especially that it's not a Hubble Space Telescope as its scope, like the Kar 98 sniper is. Like picking out individual pores of that I want to shoot when I'm using that gun. It's crazy. War Daddy is not going to be fooled again. Hats off to WRTB for mining this so effectively, because you're seeing how much more difficult this makes War Daddy and Bergs' life over here. And considering War Daddy's the top infantry fragger right now for the team, anything you can do to slow that down is awesome. And see another mine take out a 3-5 player. Another mine goes down by Bergs, and wow. I mean, let's look at the map just really quick, and we can see the 3-5 or the WRTB mines. And I mean, for some reason on the map it doesn't look like there's any, but we're also seeing like everyone die from mines. So I don't know what's up with that.
Some cap pressure flipping there on the 3-5 point, just contested briefly. The position of defence in depth is far more south than WRTB want it to be, so there's a lot of ground to gain to get in there.
And a big time OP by Austin here in the trench line here, and that's able to get pressure on the point all by itself. K9 gets the very big kill on Tej. Panther coming in as well.
I think K9 was ready to just put a mine down. Yeah. That guy popped out.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Because if you're WRTB and you can mine up basically what is 3-5's point, you can do a lot of damage because they're not expecting that.
Yeah. Absolutely. So many different just pockets.
Look at all the mines and the grenades. It's crazy. This trench warfare is absolutely brutal. For a game like Hell Let Loose that didn't release with, trench warfare really in mind with the original map set, it handles it really well, and I think it's a really fun aspect of maps like this.
Especially at nighttime.
Oh, it's a horror movie.
I really like this map at night.
But 3-5 back in control here.
A lot of resources to kill that one dude.
Mox is just in a very dangerous spot there, but you're seeing
mine kill.
Yeah, you're seeing the Tigers now pushed up. We still have our map edge Tiger here. Is he still? We got two of them. Wait, no.
He's crawling over again. Is that or somebody else? Is he crawling?
No. All right, if we in 10 minutes, if we see him over here, we're gonna have a new most dedicated player.
right?
Sorry, remind me.
We'll keep that in the back of our minds here. Hans Gruber, awesome name, being a pest with the sniper in the 3-5 backlines. On the offensive side of things, starting to get a little more push here and there for 3-5. So we have Murphy's squad with Joker as like the quote-unquote meat grind side.
It's always a fun one to push this one in an offensive mode when you get to this point.
Yeah.
Just everyone rushing trenches behind tanks, smoke cover. It's always good sights.
How does the map look right now for WRTB?
So that initial little push that they had looks to have been quelled by 3-5. And you're kind of able to interpolate from this map exactly where 3-5 is. And what we saw earlier, they're kind of pushing up in this line here and doing a good job of kind of keeping their back clear. Really just, this is a very consequential battle here. So we'll join in here and see what the resolution is with Judas and Hans.
They're wiping out pockets at a time.
Yeah.
And that's just this map, you know.
Oh, look at this. McMillan is... Oh, Hans saves the OP. That's huge. That is huge. And this is a very important battle for WRTB to hold on to. Some reinforcements come in. Garrison Junkie is just holding out his OP. It's very smart play. And he goes down. So we gotta hope that this OP stays up for him. One who knocks coming in.
We should have caught this earlier, but the Axis and allies are flopped Caparzo.
Oh, right. Yeah, let me...
Kind of late to see that. My bad.
All good. We can fix it now. It was fun the whole time, everyone. But yeah, they did get the OP here. So this is another pocket now controlled by 3-5. Big play, and now as we go down the line, you're seeing the advanced positions that are being taken by 3-5. We'll just do a slow crawl across the line. Larry and L-Zone gonna push Murphy.
Oh. We should check that guy at the corner, see if he's got there yet.
Oh, he has not, but we see a AT gun, I think, shooting.
Two tigers there?
I think one's, yeah, 2 tigers.
So that possibly is beyond visual range. I'm surprised they're getting hit.
Oh. P strike.
P strike.
What if that got both?
That almost got 2.
I never think about the fact that Russian P strikes are rockets and they go side to side.
Yeah,
that was perfect actually. Changing the orientation to come side on. Did he just die there? No, it just.
No.
Yeah, the coloring changed.
Yeah. No, he's back on his grind. Max is. All right, let's go back towards the front line. We can check out Bergs' squad.
So with Guskit flank, this large trench that we can see here is in the 3-5 zone. So once they get establishment of garrisons in there, it will be very difficult to get them out of that trench in its entirety.
You know that we're seeing that the dudes just going map edge are able to make it a really long ways. Maybe a squad lead should do that and hop in one of the trenches behind them.
Oh, we're hearing a ricochet. I think these tanks are just getting crushed out of their HQ. Like, look at the position that this tank is taking here. I wonder if those map edge, they have like a prepped spot that they know that they can
Well, he's hitting the telephone pole there.
Yeah.
A couple of meters in front.
Well, with Painter now getting in the back here, it could be dangerous with that additional intel of, you know, knowing when the tanks are coming out, especially in those positions that 3-5 is holding right now. Yeah, Tiger coming up as well. This is a little bit aggressive, I think.
With how many Tigers they've lost, this one should have plenty of ammo.
McMillan. Wow. Big kills
Whoa.
by McMillan.
There we go.
Oh.
That was big.
It was big. McMillan.
That was the whole trench.
Yeah. He's going to probably be able to take out the OP, but you're seeing the Tigers in some trouble. I'm not sure exactly what was shooting at him. Yeah, Drugs almost takes out McMillan.
Almost ended. That's own dude.
Wow, what do they got? What's McMillan telling his squad mates? They're coming for him. Oh, I think that was a Garrison that McMillan takes out there.
Yeah. It was probably marking them out.
This Tiger's just taking a beating, but staying up. Oh my goodness, what is... I'm not even sure what's hitting him. Let's check, see what he's able to do here. Very wounded.
Yeah, I mean, he knows this is a sketchy place to be.
Just turn that butt a little bit now, you'll be fine. Come on, wrong way.
Oh, engine is dead. Marked out by the commander too.
If he went the other way, even fucking 5 degrees, he would have been fine.
So
the front door is important, but they can't give up this flank on the left, which looks like they're in danger of doing.
Yeah, that's exactly what 3-5 looks like they're doing. It looks like they're trying to corner them into the corner of the map here, and they're doing a really good job of that. You're seeing
establish the line on the front,
yeah,
in the open ground, move in from the left.
And look at this Garrison now being taken out, but look at this too by WRTB. Red zone presence moving in and putting pressure on, which hopefully for WRTB
it's not bad.
Is able to.
So for me, the manpower is wrong in that. It should just be SLs. They need to have all the squaddies on point, given cap weight, and then bring them up. Like, there shouldn't be an engineer running across that field.
And to your...
Yeah, we don't even have a Garrison on the point for WRTB.
Oh, jeez. Could this be curtains? Yeah, doesn't look like it.
There's just mutual cap pressure going back and forth between these teams. Only Garrison for WRTB is in the red zone in C column. So, and there we go. There's a Garrison up. George Squad put up. So,
do they have enough to do an airhead?
They do not.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of fuel, 4 minutes, though. They got a lot of fuel.
Yeah, scrap the fuel. You're not getting much out of them KHQs.
Do you think that there was a decision made to stop spawning tanks?
It sure seemed like it.
Yeah, there's got to. You just have to drop your crews and get them on AT guns because they're less predictable.
Yeah.
All right, I think that 3-5 is going to hard reset because they're not going to risk losing this point.
Yeah, so WRTB gave their intentions away too early on that move.
But look at this. I mean, 3-5 owning the strong point here, and they're winning the cap race. So no garrisons. The only pressure that's going to be coming back to Guskit is going to be from off the point inwards.
They just flipped it. I don't think it's sustainable, but they did flip it for a second.
Let's see what we...
Do they still have the heavy in the spawn? Or is that gone?
They do.
We're going to use that half track
to
get the stop cut.
Yeah, half track here.
Hey, look at that recon flare though. There's nobody on the other point.
Yeah,
Barely.
just a few people. You're right.
Those are all squad leads now. All right, WRTB, let's see it.
Flip it. We got
Do
nothing to
something
lose.
interesting.
Let's see. Yeah, if Steve.
3-5 definitely responded in the reset.
Yeah, if Steve and Bala are able to get full spawns in here.
That's what I was saying. 3-5's not gonna risk it. I wouldn't think.
Yeah, the penalty to losing this point is going back to 3-2, where you're 2 minutes away from losing the game potentially, versus 5-0, which only cuts out 13 minutes. So, I mean, it's a pretty easy equation just to say let's plant ourselves for
Yeah, look at that reset.
really only 8 minutes and we win this one.
I'm surprised nobody's come off of Bala's OP in the last minute.
Could be that they're just still cautious about their last point, but with 12 minutes left, we need to,
there we go.
to get some
There we go.
moves happening. Yeah, and here we go. The cap pressure does start again.
So they got an opportunity with Steve O's as well. He's getting pushed up.
Oh, blue
They
chair.
lost engagement.
Yeah, Lenny is on the front door though.
Here comes the Katushka.
He must not have had a recon.
Cap pressure continues.
Needs to be more coming off this OP. It's Dylan again. That looks like a 3-man squad. They're not piling into that one.
And now there's cap pressure again on the final point. WRTB still has the edge in terms of the race.
Yeah, 3-5's crossing that field. Might be a difficult one to cross. Yep. And then just flip back.
Yeah, enough soft cap is able to restore there. Let's check over here where, now you're seeing a little bit of a reset by WRTB.
You should be able to hold. WRTB should be able to hold that. Yeah, they just got a lot extra.
Come on, War Daddy. War Daddy got 9 kills to break 100. Let's see it.
His pace was crazy up until they captured the 4th point. It seemed like that's when he was really just putting it in.
Precision.
It's a German one.
Yeah, not sure what that was.
Yep, it's got it.
Did it?
Yeah,
Right,
just
above
above
Reaper.
Reaper.
Oh yeah, wow.
What was it?
Oh, it's a fly truck.
That's
East of it.
it's a little
Light
overkill.
tank. Oh man.
Just flexing, was it?
yeah, we look how much munitions we got. But 3-5 really now back in control of defense in depth. You saw them doing exactly what you said, Hans. Yeah, those not worth the risk of having WRTB claw their way back into defense in depth. And luckily Yamki still looks pretty good. Nothing to worry about in the back lines, but still playing really well.
Are they gonna have enough for an airhead, or? I mean, I don't even know where I'd put an airhead. No.
Does not look like it now. Still that pressure coming in
They've
from the west side.
They've got good pressure. And that garrison in C4 never went away.
Yeah, most of them bodies are in soft cap at the minute.
Yeah.
Doing something. As I said before, I feel like it just needs to be SLs to not give the intention away too early and to be able to enforce that attack. Reinforce that attack, sorry. sending squaddies with MP40s is or PBSHs isn't the move, I don't think.
Oh.
Yeah, and here's where WRTB's last push is coming from, is this northwest side of the point. Oh,
Love a
flamethrower. Yeah, this is the spot for it. Honestly, this is really good territory for the flamethrower. We'll have to keep our eyes out when he comes back in. Just get more flamethrower action.
You know he's coming back to that same spot.
Yeah,
again.
yeah. One who knocks. 1 kill with the car. 2 kills with the car.
Take any.
Goes down to a Molotov.
And all of that's in. Okay, so right now WRTB is a lot of weight inside the circle.
Yep, and they
A
are...
lot of weight.
They're still in the game. The cap began before 4 minutes. So they can still win this one. We'll see if there's a big wave by 3-5 to prevent a 3-2 scenario for
I think
them.
they got the Gary. I think they got the Gary on that side.
We wouldn't see it,
3-5's
but
Gary.
yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like these OPs are pushing in nicely, though. I mean, this west side is pretty clear for them.
Yeah, I want to just plead with these WRTV players I see on the screen. Stop moving. Just stay still.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. Like, you've got the Garrison. I'm pretty sure that Gary was right where WRTB's was. That's where we saw Blue
to be in the field.
Nays is medic, so they don't need to stay alive. Nays got them. We got medic medic appearance.
I'm glad WRTB got the memo about medics because they're fucking OP.
Oh yeah,
good.
did you just stay alive?
Kill off 2 people.
Yeah. Yeah,
Medic,
it's more
letting down
worth
the
it
medic
just to
gang.
stay alive inside the point than to jump up and try to get a kill.
I definitely think that too when I'm in like those sorts of scenarios where it's like is this a can't die or a must kill scenario? Like, if all I need to do is don't die, then I'm just gonna, like, you know, turtle myself and use my weight as a weapon, you know? Or is it gonna be you know, a must kill scenario where it's like we gotta knock chevrons off here and, you know, break into the point? But
yeah, using your weight as a weapon, huh, Caparzo?
yeah. There's a snow joke in there, but, you know, I'll leave it to the people in the chat.
Oh.
I know they...
Come on, Bergs. 4 kills. Let's do it. 30 seconds.
I don't know if maybe over here. It's getting close, though. 3-5 wants the 5-0. Looks like they are in a good spot right now with these spawn waves.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a spawn wave by WRTB, but it might be just a little too late.
Just outside.
Oh, man. And it is 3-5, taking the round 4, or the week 4 rematch, 5-0. See, I think I'm gonna give mine to Puff Pass for having made it all the way to the tank earlier, and that was brutal, but really well played.
Is that who it was?
Well, he was one of them.
Okay.
And I think other than that, it was our other friend. What was his name?
That was just brutal to watch.
Yeah, that's a tough one for sure. But man, what a match! Really fun way to end the season, as sort of a capstone of all the regular season here in the Premier League. As we look forward, we have the playoffs starting next week. So each division will have its respective playoff bracket beginning next weekend. And man, I'm just looking forward to that one so much. And I hope you all are too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Division 2, what's the Rofs? I think they're 3-1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can very possibly win Division 2 as well. Like, we're looking at 3-5, 3-5, 3-5, but it doesn't take much for somebody to jump ahead, especially in the playoffs.
Yeah, single elimination, anything could happen, and be sure to join us and stay tuned within the Premier League Discord for those matches as they are announced and scheduled throughout this week. And we hope we will see you next weekend for some playoff action in the Premier League. Hump, any last words from your end?
Congratulations, 3-5. Commiserations, WRTB. Really good back and forth game. Wasn't the 5-0 probably doesn't tell the entire story, but very well played both teams. Very happy to see Kursk on, and again, just congratulations to 3-5 for an unblemished 4-0 record for Div 2. Good luck in the next phase.
Yeah. Thank you all. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you as always. It's always great to chop it up and talk some Hell Let Loose with you guys. And thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the